Hello and welcome to Asian Voices, your source for Asian and Pacific Islander culture, lifestyle, and entertainment in Southern California. I'm your host, Kathleen Choi. Do you know who the first Asian American female sportscaster was to appear on ESPN, Yahoo, and Fox Sports? If you said Angela Sun, you're correct. And when Angela is not covering sports, this remarkable woman is very much involved in ocean conservation and creating awareness about the dangers that discarded plastic products have on ocean life and our ecosystem. We recently caught up with Angela in LA to talk to her about her many successes and her future plans.
I am an ABC, an American-born Chinese, so my parents were fresh off the boat, and so I relate to that show quite often. And I grew up in the Bay Area, and I spent half my life up in Northern California, half my life in Southern California, so a native Californian and an island girl at heart. I knew exactly what I wanted to do from the time I was 12 or 13, and so I started shooting things, and back in the day when you actually shot on tape, and now I'm dating myself, but yeah, I always loved the camera, loved being in front of the camera, and it's funny looking back at old home videos now and seeing, just when I was younger, my dad would always videotape us and have the monitor on the TV screen, and I would be making funny faces, and I still do that when I'm getting ready to shoot for whatever show I'm doing.
I'm Angela Sun, joined by Yahoo Sports baseball writer Tim Brown. Stage 1, there are 8 obstacles to clear. The first one is the step slider. Chicago Bears quarterback Jay Cutler isn't going to let anything stop him.
It's funny because I never asked for the role or the title of being the first Asian American female on a lot of the sports networks and sports channels and programs, and unfortunately it hasn't changed very much since the time that has happened. I know most of the Asian female sports broadcasters in the country, and I can count them pretty much on one hand. So I hope that it continues to grow, our presence continues to grow. So I do love to travel a lot. Ever since kind of when my dad passed away when I was in college, I realized that I needed to embrace the moments in the present, and that kind of started me in my traveling journey. And I've gone to over 65, 70 countries, I think, now.
Hey, I'm Angela Sun here in Mammoth, Hong Kong, Vancouver, beautiful Holland, live in New York City, Bells Beach in Torquay, Australia, Highlands in Guatemala.
Wow. A lot of networks you are working.
We gotta keep it all covered,
Let's do this.
But I think what led me to start research and to start shooting for my documentary was really just curiosity about the subject. I consider myself a bit of an accidental activist. I kind of fell into it simply by acquiring some knowledge about this Great Pacific Garbage Patch. There wasn't much media on it at the time, so I really literally dove in and tried to find out and tried to investigate it more.
Oh my gosh.
The story has to be told because the solution doesn't lie with the people here.
A lot of people are just in this robot mode, and they're just like, how many times have you bought a drink and a snack and they put it in a bag? It just hit me like a ton of bricks. I'm like, oh, this is so unnecessary. Why am I using these?
It's just about taking a little shift.
It's our choice. And I don't want to play that game and see, well, how far can it take?
As a surfer and scuba diver and paddleboarder and someone who's always in the oceans, I also saw a lot of plastic floating around me, and so that also sparked my curiosity to find out what we can do and where does this stuff end up if the oceans have become our largest landfills are now ocean fills. So Plastic Paradise, the Great Pacific Garbage Patch is my independent documentary, and it's gotten great distribution on different channels. It's about the plastics in the oceans, specifically the Pacific Ocean, which is the largest feature on our planet. And we dive in not only just about that area, but also the history of plastics, how this came to be, where we may be going, and it's a journey, and it's my personal journey as well through navigating and learning about the state of affairs really with our oceans. But considering that 80 to 90% of the marine debris, as they call it, the floating marine debris, is plastic, our largest dumps have become our oceans. And so that's what the film is about, and there's some fun moments in there, and it's a bit intrepid and, you know, off the cuff as well, but I think that's what documentaries are. It's not reality TV. I didn't make any of it up. It's just facts. I have a couple other TV projects and collaborations that I'm working on at the moment that I'm not sure if I am allowed to say, but I can say that I am the new in-game reporter for the Oakland Athletics baseball team, which is really fun, and it'll be all my reports will be on CSN, so that will be the pre and post shows. You can find me there, and I'm also continuing to do more work in the oceans and conservation world, and will be still speaking at schools and speaking at universities and such. And if you want to follow along on all the antics and fun misadventures, I'm on social media, on Instagram, Twitter, at Sunny Angela, Snapchat, Facebook. Find me, love to connect. And and you can find me at the Oakland Coliseum during all the A's home games. I'm Angela's son, and this is my voice.